We need to understand that microbes are the backbone of every organism and ecosystem on this planet. You have about 10 trillion human cells. You have about 90 trillion microbial cells. You're outnumbered almost 10 to 1. You have 1 quadrillion resident viruses. Do not underestimate that viruses are part of this. This is a system that we evolved in. You have about 20,000 human genes. Your microbial complement has 2 to 20 million microbial genes. What do? They digest your food, do nutrient generation, cell renewal. We used to think they were 60% of our immune system. We're now figuring they're about 80%, maybe more. They control your appetites and cravings. They synthesize vitamins that you can't get in your diet, detoxify carcinogens, prevent allergies and skin diseases, turn on and off genes that regulate brain development, anxiety, depression, autism, arthritis, and emotional behavior. What happens when these microbial communities are disrupted through antibiotics or diet? Almost every autoimmune disease that we have today is related to the dysbiosis of our microbiota. Again, we were talking earlier about multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, type 1 diabetes. Crohn's disease and IBS and C. diff infections have increased dramatically. What they're finding, though, that if you get a healthy inoculum from another individual and do a fecal matter transplant, and this is great before lunch, sorry, that people that have suffered for decades with this, that have had operations, resections of intestines, that have tried every avenue, and some people have died from this, that some of them within 24 hours, they can be cured with the right biological community restored back into their system. So we're kind of saying, oh, let's look at the gut microbiota diversity of your hunter-gatherer and agriculture versus industrial. Here's hunter-gatherer. Here's the beginning of agriculture. Here's our industrial diet. We are very different in our gut microbiota, and that's a lot of the reason we have the problems we have. Looking at some diet-induced differences in gut microbiota, Tanzania, Malawi, and Venezuela, much more diversity in the system. And diversity is key. Diversity is the currency of survival on this planet. Us in the USA, very low diversity. See what happens when we take fiber out of our diet? Generation after generation after generation after generation. We lose the diversity in that system. Okay, just put the fiber back in the diet. The top one here relates to what happens when we put the fiber back. Nothing. We get extinction events in our stomach microbiota from what we eat. You do a fecal matter transplant, it's immediately black and functioning. So what we're thinking is, this works in humans. We know what we've done in agriculture has destroyed the microbial community. Can we do this in agricultural soils? Can we just do an inoculation of microbes to bring these systems back?